Hello, everybody. How's the beautiful people of the world? Hope everybody's doing good. I was filming yesterday, and apparently nothing actually saved. So now we're starting over, and I'm kind of glad because, yesterday wasn't the best. Tornado sirens were going off, my phone was blaring, so yes, it was awesome. So we're gonna start off with fire. This is a series for people who want to join Wizards but don't know what class they want. I have a whole bunch of classes stemming from life, ice, a couple deathsmiths on this account. I have like 6 accounts, but I also have a fire on this account, so I kind of like tested fire. So here's the thing. This is gonna be about different classes and my personal opinion on it. It doesn't really matter what I say. If this class speaks to you, go for it. I'm here to support my supporters. This is just a guide on my personal opinion. I mean, take it with what you will. I mean, you don't have to do with what I say. There's a class that I would go with 100% to start out with, but again, this is just my personal opinion. So let's get into it. Fire. Okay.
History of the Fire School. In the days of yore there dwelled the giants, the Tritons, and the most powerful of all, the dragons. For many eons there was peace, that is, until the Tritons and the giants began to bicker on trivial matters. Finally, war broke out between the two sides, and the dragons became involved as the universe was threatened. In order for there to be peace, the dragons used their great power to stop the war, and the world became dormant and silent. Though the dragons now sleep, fire magic, the most powerful of magics, comes from the essence that dragons released into fire and magma. As for today, the school has become more formal and organized under Professor Falmea. All pyromancers should know that the school colors are red and orange, while the gemstone is the ruby.
Okay, so I guess you could take note about the ruby. When I joined, I was 14, but anyways, we had to do a test, and it asked you a series of questions, and it really didn't matter what you picked. The only question that mattered was the gem. So if I picked in my birthstone, I would have been fire. I put that to the test, so it really doesn't matter now because you can skip it and choose your class, but fair to tell you that there is a second book which is in Fire Cat Alley, which I'm gonna head to. But as I will sort that out, I will tell you my honest opinion about fire. Fire is a tricky class to start out with. It really doesn't get any buffs. And like the tricky classes for me that I would say to start out with is fire and storm. Now there are players that did start out with fire, but That's fine. Like my boyfriend, for example, yes, he started out with fire. Again, that's fine. But it's a really tricky class. I would say it takes a lot of strategizing. And if you don't know how to strategize, then basically you're gonna die a lot before you figure out the right type of deck that you need. So this is just my honest opinion. Fire is a good class. My favorite spell from fire is Raging Bull. Now, I am on my ice right now, so I can't really show you. But, yes, my favorite spell from fire is Raging Bull. I like the graphics of it, and I like the damage. But here's the other book.
In the beginning, there was the Dragon Titan, an immortal being capable of burning an entire world or rekindling a soul's lost spark. From the embers left in its wake, there came the race of dragons who harnessed the power of fire to rule the lands. As fire magic passed to younger races, dragons were pushed out of the fledgling worlds, seeking refuge neath the sleeping form of their ancestor. Their Drake offspring formed alliances with roving human clans to rebel against their parents, ultimately establishing the empire of Dragonspire.
Okay, so that's like the little lore behind fire. Again, if you want to choose these classes, it's perfectly fine. Nothing against oh, it's a different cane. I thought that was my friend for a minute. There's nothing against you guys choosing this class. However, I would be fair warned, it is tricky to start with. Given the next world, a lot of bosses are fire after this. But even like Crocotopia, it has fire bosses. It also has ice bosses. It also has storm bosses. So it really all depends on what... It all depends on what you want from your wizard. Do you want damage but not tanky? Do you want damage but okay? And what I mean by damage but not tanky, that's fire. If you want damage but okay, storm. But I will go more into storm when it's in that video. Until then, we're sticking to fire. So again, it really all depends on what you want from your wizard. If you want fire, go ahead. If it speaks to you, go right ahead. My first wizard was life. Nothing that I would choose now, and I will tell you in that video. But until then, I will end it here, and I hope you wonderful people have an awesome day. Alright, see you guys. Bye!